Welcome back, Android developers. In this video, we're going to talk about Seekbars. So essentially in Android, a Seekbar, it's an input control that allows users to drag a little thumb left or right and change or set the current progress level. I have an example here, and this is what we're going to be building. This is a Seekbar here. As you can see, you can drag left and right, and at the bottom here, we're changing the progress. So that's what a Seekbar is, and we're going to go ahead and learn how to create our own Seekbar. Alright, let's get started. So we're going to go ahead and start a new project, Android Studio project, File, New Project. I'm going to call it Seekbar, and hit Next. And all is good here. Keep going. Blank activity, Next. Main activity, that's fine. Finish. And Android Studio is creating our project. Alright, and so here we are. We have our project. Let's go ahead again and get rid of this hello world here. So right click and delete. Let's go ahead and give it a little background color here. Color, and we want something like this, but a little bit darker, I think. Okay, that works. That's fine. And so the idea here is like we're going to have a text here at the top that will say something like, in a scale of 1 to 10, how nice are you? Alright, so let's go ahead and put a large text here. Perfect. Let's put it a little bit down here. Okay, let's double click and go to here and say new source, new string, and the source name is going to be title. That's fine. And resource, let's say in a scale of 1 to 10, how nice are you? Very simple and okay. Okay, that's a little bit too big. That's fine. What we can do, let's go to text and manually change the text size here. So let's say text size, enter, let's say 20 SP. Save. Let's see how that's gonna look. Perfect. That looks great. So let's put a little bit down here. Excellent. And now here we're gonna put our Seekbar. If we go here to our palettes, we can go and find our Seekbar here. As you can see, there it is. So drag and drop and try to center it about here. That's great. It's really small. Let's go and change the size. So text. Here's our text Seekbar here. Let's say width, let's put 230 dp and save that. Let's go back here. Let's see. There it is. Alright, looks good. Now let's put another text view here that will show the progress as we take this thumb here to left to right. As we slide it left or right, it has to update our text view here. So let's go ahead and get a text view. Let's get a medium one. So here, excellent. Double click and go to the ellipsis there, and new source, new string, source name, we're gonna call it niceness, or just nice text, that's great. And what we want to say, we're gonna say niceness, colon, and then okay. Let's put it a little bit up here. That's fine. That looks good. Great. Now that we have our user interface done, let's go and open our Java so that we can start coding it. The first thing we always do, we're going to go and grab our Seekbar and our text view here, and we're going to set it up. So we say private. Let's start with our text view. So text view, we're going to call it niceness text view. And we need to import text view, so Alt or Option Enter. We're going to do the same for our Seekbar, so private, it's a Seekbar, there it is, and we're going to just call it Seekbar. It's fine. Save that, and inside here, we're going to go and get the IDs and the views that we created here. We've done this many times now. Let's start with our text view. So niceness text view is equal text view, and find by ID, r.id, nice text view. What did we call it? So I think we said text view. Let's make sure here, nice text view, not text view 2. Let's give it a better ID, nice text view. That's great. Let's go back here, and we're going to call it, I'm going to go ahead and say dot nice text view. Excellent. Let's do the same to our Seekbar. So Seekbar is equal to, it's a type of Seekbar. So find view r.id dot, I think you can call it Seekbar. That's perfect. And now we're going to set an on-click listener to our Seekbar so that when users start to slide it left or right, we can catch that event, right? Okay, so we say Seekbar dot set on Seekbar change listener. So just enter, and here we say new on Seekbar change listener. There it is. Perfect. And it went ahead and populated all of our on progress changed, on start tracking touch, and on stop tracking touch Seekbar 2. What does this mean? All of this void on progress changed, on start tracking touch, on stop tracking touch. Well, these are all events that our Seekbar here provides, right? Because as users touch it and start sliding it, the things are happening. So we are capturing those events so we can do useful things with it. And one of the useful things that we want to do, well, in that case, we want to be able to update this niceness text view here to say, okay, niceness 0 out of 10 or 5 out of 10 and so forth, right? Now let's go back here while we are here. Let's go to text here and let's make sure our Seekbar has a maximum value. So say max, and there it is. Let's give it a maximum of 10. We could have said 100, but in this case, we're just going to say 10. In this case, now the Seekbar here is going to go from 0 to 10, which is what we want. Excellent. So let's go back to our main activity. And what we're going to do here, as you can see in on progress changed, this tracks the event of us sliding it to the right or back to the left, because it's changing the status here of our Seekbar. So what we can do here is say niceness text view, right, dot set text, and inside of our on progress change we have a few parameters here, arguments that are being passed in, one of which is the progress integer, which is the number that we're specifying from 0 to 10 here, right? We specified here. So we can use that to start updating our text view here. So perfect. Let's do that. So how do we do that? Very simple. Let's put a text here, say niceness, colon, and then we're going to add our Seekbar progress here, so which is this int here, progress. Just put progress. Perfect. And we're just going to put a forward slash there, and then say Seekbar dot get max. What is happening here, Seekbar dot get max, since we are passing in our Seekbar, which is this one here, we can go ahead and get the maximum that we've set up in our Seekbar here, the max, right? Now if we save this and run, we should see results. Okay, it's running, and there it is. In a scale of 1 to 10, how nice are you? If we start moving this, and you can see, beautiful, it's changing it, right? 8, and we go back, same thing. Now I don't like this green color here. It kind of makes it hard to see. Let's go ahead and change that to a different color so that we're actually able to see things. Okay, let's go back here. Let's click on our relative layout root here. Let's go there. I want it to be light colors, much better. There, make it a little bit lighter. Okay, that's probably better. Okay, save, let's run again. Should run pretty soon here. Okay, no errors, let's go, and there it is. Oh, perfect. Let's see. Nice. Much better. So let's go ahead, go back. Now you've noticed earlier when we started the app, it just said niceness here. Let's change that. Let's make sure that when they open up the app, the first thing they see is niceness 0 out of 10, so that they know, okay, it's going to change as we move these things here. Okay, so let's go to our main activity. Before we set our own Seekbar challenge listener, let's go ahead and set up, say niceness text view here dot set text, let's say niceness, right? And plus, let's go ahead and say Seekbar dot get progress, right? Because we've started our Seekbar here. So when we say get progress, it goes ahead and tells us, gives us the value, the initial value of the Seekbar, which is going to be 0 at first. So say then, put our / there, and let's say again Seekbar, outside of course, let's say Seekbar dot get max, which is going to get our maximum value that we set our Seekbar to be, which is 10. So here, when we first launched our app, it's going to say niceness 0 out of 10, which is what we want. Now let's run this again. And here it is, niceness 0 out of 10. And when we move, there it is, 4, 10, excellent. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these other overridden methods here. This says here on start tracking touch. What do you think this does? It says on start tracking touch. Yes, you guessed it. All it does here, it tracks to see if user have started moving that little thumb here, that little circle here, right? So what we can do for now, we can just show a toast message that says, hey, the user has started moving the little thumb. Okay, now here's a challenge for you. Do you remember how to create a toast message? Okay, I'll give you a few minutes. Go ahead, pause the video, and create a toast message here that will just say user started moving the Seekbar or some sort of message. All right, I'll pause the video and go ahead and see if you can manage that. Alright, I hope you manage it. Here's how we create a toast message. So you go toast, there it is, dot make text, and we have to pass in the context. We can just go get application context, so there, and the next argument is our message we want to say. Let's say started tracking, okay, and then we say toast dot length, it's going to be long if we want it, and then we have to show it. That's it. Of course here we have to make sure it's actually a comma, not a plus. Perfect. So save that. Let's do the same thing. Let's copy this on stop tracking here. So on stop tracking, as the name implies, we can do things when the user stop moving here, our thumb. When user stop, this is called here on stop tracking touch. So let's say here stop tracking. Okay, let's save and run again. It's running and we should see our app, and there it is. Perfect. Now let's see this. Okay, as we move, say at the bottom here, say it started tracking. Move and stop. It said stop tracking. Great. Well, in this video you learned how to create our own Seekbars. Now let's go quickly over what we did here. So we created text view and a Seekbar, and then we instantiated everything here, and then we set on Seekbar change listener here so that we can track our changes on our Seekbar object UI view or control. On progress change here, we are just updating our text view, and on start tracking touch, we're just showing a toast message here, a short message, and we're doing the same on stop tracking touch as well here. Perfect. Now go ahead and play around with this, change a few things if you wish to do so, and just play around and get used to this idea of Seekbars. They're pretty slick. Alright, I'll see you in the next video.